Hi, I'm Tiffany Guarnaccia, the CEO of Kite PR.
And I'm Jeanne Meyer, the Chief Client Officer at Kite. And today we're going to talk about 5 ways strategic PR and communications can help brands win the talent wars. So as the business world roars back in this sort of post-pandemic era, leaders are also navigating a bunch of things. Here are 5 key moves organizations should be employing to keep and develop employees and really to attract new ones.
This is such a hot topic. Almost every chief communications officer, CEO that we're talking to now, they want to know how can they leverage PR to really get involved in showcasing key things that helps their organization win the talent wars. The first, and this is something that I feel really passionate about, showcase your mission and vision as well as your values. This is a moment in time where we're really seeing organizations who are winning the talent wars lean in to talking about their values from an external perspective. Don't let your mission and vision suffocate behind plexiglass walls. It's a time for that to come to life. How are you showcasing them in the outside world? There is a reason that your company exists. What is your vision as a CEO, as a leader for the future of the marketplace? That's what gets someone excited about working with your company, joining your business, and staying on as an employee. So this is really something that we really like to see, how we can help tell that story, how we can take that mission and vision for the company and talk about it from an external perspective. That leads me right to tip 2 when it comes to walking the walk. So it's not just about talking the talk around mission and vision, but how do we start to bring that to life? Well, think about your values. This is something that is helping, for example, at Kite Hill, really helping us continue to be competitive within the market, to bring more talent into our business when we think about some of the values that we have and how do we really embrace them every single day. Agility is one of our values. How do we continue to move fast with the market? How does that help our clients? How does that help our team? Really look at how we're staying competitive, how we're moving forward. How do we look at our updated values? So it might be a time for you to update your values as you walk the walk. That's something that we did as well at Kite Hill. We added the value of balance in the beginning of the pandemic. And that's something where we talk about work-life balance. We talk about living in the gray. We're seeing that become increasingly important to not only talk about those overall with our team, but how do we really embrace them, live them, and think about that every single day. So Jeanne, that leads us right over to point 3.
Right. So number 3, how do you ensure that that message you're talking to your team members about, sharing your mission, your vision, your values, and reinforcing it, does that stack up and line up with the message you're giving to the external world? That alignment is critical. So, and that it will really help to make sure that the qualities that really make your company special are showing up in your job descriptions, in your employee handbook, in all your recruiting efforts, and frankly, in your interview process. You want to make sure all of the hiring managers in your team are speaking from that hymn sheet. So is the C-suite aligned here? And is everybody armed with a clear articulation of who you are as a company? Potential hires are going to want to know how your company is approaching the future of work. And is your team ready to describe what those policies are? So that leads us to number 4, which is leading into an opportunity for you as a company to jump into this conversation that's happening in the news and around us about the future of work. So we know our clients and our own employees tell us about the powerful impression about seeing companies' press coverage and what that does during the interview process. Oh, we were able to help. Our effort to recruit engineers was exponentially easier because they saw us in the trades. It really helped our process. We hear that from clients all the time. So you want to make sure that you're out there in a positive way, and a big dialogue happening right now that really demands every company's input is, what are you doing about the future of work? What's happening with your company in business travel? Are you doing remote, hybrid, back to office, a combination of all of those things? What are you doing about conferences and events? Are you offering some kind of unique benefit during this crazy time? It's really all part of that narrative. And now's a really great time to bust through the market, to show up as a really unique company by engaging in that conversation. It can really help you engage with top talent. And this is where you want to consider, is my team equipped with the chops to actually do that? Or do I need to bring in somebody from the outside? And then tip number 5 is, once you land those stories in earned media, amplify them, amplify them, amplify them. If you earn that story, own it. So inside your company and out, celebrate it internally with your team. Make sure that, if your company's in the news with a smart point of view or progressive ideas, celebrate it on social media. Think about all the channels you own, your blog, your LinkedIn, your company page, social, and more. Consider having a system in place that might encourage your employees to be part of your own echo chamber. You could offer them a social media toolkit with suggested messages and assets and visuals, so they can help you amplify that message and be part of that chorus that defines who you are as a company.
Those are such great tips. And that about covers it for today. Summing it up, when it comes to winning the war on talent, you'll need the air cover of a solid PR and communication strategy to make sure your company stands out. We want your values, your mission, your vision, and your culture to shine through so that you can win as you're recruiting and retaining talent. I want to make sure that you're thinking about being aligned internally and externally during the interview process and throughout your communications program. Be a part of that future work conversation in the press when it's authentic to your business. And when you are, be ready to amplify those messages and those stories in every way so you can really paint that compelling picture overall and resonate with talent. Well, thanks so much for joining us today. If you have any questions, reach out to us on social or via email, hello@kitehillpr.com. Thanks so much.
Thanks, everybody.